Hey travelers, dreaming of a place that kicks you in the teeth with flavor, slaps you awake with beauty, and doesn't empty your wallet? I'm your name, one half of the duo, and today, we're plunging headfirst into the glorious, intoxicating, and ridiculously affordable chaos that is. We're talking landscapes that'll make your eyeballs ache, food that'll rewire your brain, all for what amounts to pocket change in most other corners of the world. This isn't some sanitized, prepackaged tour, this is the real deal. The street-level symphony of a country that's seen it all and still greets you with a smile and a steaming bowl of something incredible for less than your morning coffee back home. We're going to show you how to navigate this beautiful beast, how to eat, sleep, and explore like a seasoned pro without selling a kidney. So if you're ready to have your perceptions shattered and your travel game elevated, stick around. You're gonna want to see this. Forget what you think you know about budget. Here, budget means freedom. It means another bowl of pho, another train ticket to a place you can't pronounce, another day in a land that constantly surprises. So, do yourselves a favor, hit that subscribe button, ring that little bell of destiny, because class is in session and the subject is Vietnam. Let's get lost, shall we? Let's go. Alright, let's cut to the chase. The first, most compelling argument for why your next stamp should be Vietnamese? It's the food. Not just any food. We're talking about a culinary tradition so vibrant, so complex, so utterly delicious, it makes most other street food scenes look like a beige, unseasoned potluck. And the kicker? It's so cheap it feels like you're getting away with something. Every meal, a minor larceny against the expected order of things. This isn't just sustenance, it's a full-blown sensory assault. A daily reaffirmation that the best things in life often come served on a plastic plate, under a sky hazy with cooking smoke and possibility. Host, this is the best $1 meal I've ever had. Take pho, for instance, that iconic bowl of noodle soup. You'll find it everywhere, from bustling city corners to sleepy roadside shacks. Each vendor with their own secret, their own subtle variation on a theme that's been perfected over generations. Aromatic broth, simmered for hours, maybe days, infused with star anise, cinnamon, cardamom, the charred sweetness of ginger and onion. Slippery rice noodles, tender slices of beef or chicken, a veritable herb garden on the side. Mint, cilantro, Thai basil, bean sprouts, a wedge of lime, a hit of chili. All this a universe of flavor for about $1, sometimes less. It's a breakfast, a lunch, a dinner, a late-night cure-all. It's a goddamn miracle in a bowl, and it costs less than a pack of gum. Then there's the BanhMi. Oh, the glorious BanhMi. A legacy of the French, sure, that crusty baguette, but transformed, made uniquely Vietnamese. Split open, slathered with pâté, mayonnaise if you're lucky, then crammed with a bewildering, beautiful assortment of fillings, grilled pork, cold cuts, pickled vegetables, fresh cilantro, a splash of soy, a smear of chili sauce. It's a symphony of textures and tastes, crispy, crunchy, savory, sweet, spicy, fresh. And again, the price tag is an insult to its perfection, under $1 usually. You can walk down any street, grab one from a cart, and experience a moment of pure, unadulterated joy. This isn't just a sandwich, it's a handheld masterpiece, a testament to making something extraordinary from humble beginnings. You can, and you will, eat like a king here for under $10 a day. I'm not exaggerating. We're talking 3, 4, 5 distinct, delicious, and utterly satisfying meals. From Bun Cha in Hanoi with its smoky grilled pork and vermicelli, to Khao Lao in Hoi An, those unique chewy noodles. Each region, each town, has its specialty, its local pride served up fresh and cheap. It's a constant discovery, a never-ending food tour where your wallet barely notices the strain. The sheer abundance, the quality, the affordability, it recalibrates your entire understanding of value. You start to wonder why you ever paid $15 for a sad desk salad back home. Host pro tip: head to local markets like Ben Thanh in HoChiMinhCity for authentic eats. This place is a labyrinth of deliciousness. You just point, smile, and prepare for glory. The markets, yeah. So you've eaten yourself into a state of blissful, budget-friendly nirvana. Now where do you lay your weary head without auctioning off your firstborn? Vietnam, bless its cotton socks, has this covered too. The range of accommodation here is as diverse as its landscape, and mercifully, much of it caters to those of us who prefer our adventures to be rich in experience, not expenditure. Forget those soul-crushing, cookie-cutter hotel rooms that cost more than your monthly rent in some places. Here, character and affordability often go hand in hand, a welcome change from the usual travel calculus. hostels, the backpacker's trusty steed, are plentiful and frankly, ridiculously cheap. We're talking $3 to $5 a night in many places. And these aren't the grim, louse-ridden flop houses of cautionary tales. Many are clean, well-run, sociable places with Wi-Fi, hot showers, and often a free beer or a communal breakfast thrown in. They're a fantastic way to meet other travelers, swap stories, and get a feel for the pulse of a place. You might share a room, sure, but you're also sharing experiences, tips, and maybe a few too many bia-hoys. It's a rite of passage, and here, it's an astonishingly cheap one. But maybe dorm life isn't your speed anymore. Fair enough, Vietnam still has your back. Guest houses, often family-run affairs, offer private rooms for a song. Think 10, maybe $20 a night for a clean, comfortable space, often with a bit of local charm, a smiling host who might offer you tea or fruit, and a glimpse into everyday Vietnamese life. These places, sometimes called Nha Anh, are ubiquitous. They're the backbone of affordable travel for locals and savvy foreigners alike, offering a level of comfort and privacy that belies their modest price tags. Host, Media Group, beautiful Hoi An guest house in Hoi An City Center. Hoc stock, ye distribute equally. Look at this! I stayed in this gorgeous Hoi An guest house right in the heart of things for just $12 a night. $12! You can't even get a decent sandwich for that in some cities. And then there are the homestays, particularly in rural areas or smaller towns. Okay, so you're well-fed, well-rested, and your wallet is still feeling remarkably heavy. What about the main event? The sights, the experiences, the things that make you whip out your camera and say, "Holy hell, look at that!" Vietnam doesn't just compete here, it often leaves other, pricier destinations choking on its dust. The sheer, unadulterated beauty of this country, from its dramatic coastlines to its mist-shrouded mountains, is accessible in a way that feels almost illicitly cheap. It's like finding a Monet at a yard sale. Take HaLongBay, for example. Those iconic limestone karsts, jutting out of emerald waters. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a place that looks like it was dreamed up by a landscape painter with a fondness for the fantastical. You'd expect a trip here to cost a king's ransom, but a day cruise weaving through those majestic islands, maybe some kayaking, a cave visit, you can find deals for around $30 $30 to float through a legend. It's one of those pinch-me moments where the experience far outweighs the expenditure. It's a place that stays with you long after you've left. Host, this view, for $30, seriously, just take my money. This is the kind of stuff you see on postcards and think you'll never afford. Vietnam says, oh yes you will. Then there's the history, the ancient echoes of civilizations past. Places like My Sun Sanctuary, the remnants of the Champa Kingdom nestled in a lush valley. It's a hauntingly beautiful sight, a testament to a culture that flourished here centuries ago. The entry fee, around $7. $7 to walk among ruins that whisper stories of kings and empires. Compare that to historical sites in Europe or elsewhere, and you begin to see the pattern. Vietnam offers profound cultural and historical experiences without demanding your firstborn child as an entrance fee. And if mountains are your calling, head north to Sapa. Those iconic terraced rice paddies carved into the hillsides like giant green staircases. Alright, you're fueled, housed, and you've got a list of mind-blowing places to see. Now how do you connect the dots without your transport budget eating you alive? Once again, Vietnam steps up with a shrug and says, no problem, my friend. Getting around this elongated S-shaped country is not only an adventure in itself, but also remarkably kind to your finances. Whether you're a fan of two wheels, prefer the slow romance of a train, or need to cover vast distances quickly, there's an option that fits your style and your shoestring. The quintessential Vietnamese experience for many? The motorbike. Renting one can cost as little as $5 a day. $5. For that, you get freedom. The wind in your hair, under a helmet please, these roads are no joke. The ability to stop wherever you damn well please, to explore those little side roads that lead to who knows where. From the legendary Hai Van Pass, to the winding roads of the Ha Giang Loop, a motorbike journey here is an immersion, a full-contact sport with the landscape. It's not for the faint of heart, but the rewards and the savings are immense. But if piloting your own two-wheeled missile through occasionally chaotic traffic isn't your idea of a relaxing vacation, fear not. Grab Southeast Asia's answer to Uber, is your best friend in the cities. A ride across town, even in sprawling HoChiMinhCity or Hanoi, will often set you back just $1 or two. It's efficient, it's transparent with pricing, and it saves you the often frustrating experience of haggling with taxi drivers whose meters seem to have a mind of their own. Just tap the app, and your chariot awaits, usually in minutes. For longer hauls, the overnight buses are a backpacker institution. Hanoi to Hue, for example, a significant journey, can cost as little as $10. Now let's be honest, these aren't luxury liners, they're an experience. You'll get a reclining seat, sometimes a blanket of questionable provenance, and a unique insight into the patience and resilience of the Vietnamese people. They can be a bit bumpy, a bit noisy, but they get you from A to B while saving you the cost of a night's accommodation. Travel, if it's done right, isn't just about ticking off sites or collecting passport stamps. It's about connection, about trying to understand, even just a little, the soul of a place, the culture that shapes it. And in Vietnam, immersing yourself in that rich, complex, and resilient culture doesn't require a trust fund. In fact, some of the most profound and memorable cultural experiences here will cost you very little, or nothing at all. It's a country that wears its history and its traditions openly, inviting you to observe, participate, and learn. Take the traditional water puppet shows, a uniquely Vietnamese art form that dates back centuries. For around $5, you can witness this magical, slightly surreal performance where puppeteers, hidden behind a screen, manipulate colorful wooden puppets on a stage of water. It's charming, it's whimsical, and it offers a fascinating glimpse into rural folklore and village life. It's the kind of cultural experience that's both entertaining and enlightening, and the price of admission is, frankly, a steal for the artistry involved. Then there are the temples and pagodas, serene oases of calm amidst the urban bustle or nestled in quiet countryside. Many of these sacred sites are free to enter, or request only a small donation. Places like the Temple of Literature in Hanoi, a Confucian academy that dates back to the 11th century, or the Tien Mu Pagoda in Hue, with its iconic 7-story tower. Wandering through these spaces, observing the rituals, smelling the incense, you get a sense of the spiritual undercurrents that run deep in Vietnamese society. It's a chance for quiet contemplation, a moment of peace, and it costs next to nothing. Museums too offer incredible value. The War Remnants Museum in HoChiMinhCity, while harrowing, provides a crucial, if deeply unsettling perspective on the American War, as it's known here. The Vietnamese Women's Museum in Hanoi is another standout, offering powerful exhibits on the role of women in Vietnamese history and society. Entry fees are typically just a couple of dollars, a tiny price to pay for the knowledge and understanding you gain. These aren't just dusty collections of artifacts, they are windows into the nation's psyche, its struggles, and its triumphs. And if you're lucky enough to be in Vietnam during a festival, particularly Tet, the Lunar New Year, you're in for a treat. So, we've established that Vietnam is already a budget traveler's Shangri-La. You can eat, sleep, explore, and immerse yourself in culture without needing to remortgage your house. But what if I told you there are ways to stretch that dong even further? Ways to shave off a few more pennies here and there, freeing up cash for, well, more pho, another adventure, or just the satisfaction of knowing you're traveling like a true fiscal ninja. These aren't about being cheap, they're about being smart, savvy, and making your resources go the distance. First up, the art of bargaining. Now this isn't about aggressively lowballing every poor vendor you meet. It's a dance, a part of the culture in many markets and smaller shops, especially for souvenirs or non-food items. The key is to do it politely, with a smile. Know the general price range if you can, ask at your guest house or observe other transactions. Offer a reasonable counterprice, be prepared to walk away politely. And often, you'll meet somewhere in the middle. It's a game, and when played with respect, it can save you a bit and even lead to a friendly interaction. Timing is everything, not just in comedy but in travel. Consider visiting Vietnam during the shoulder seasons, roughly April, May, or September, October. The weather is often still pretty good, but you'll encounter fewer crowds and, crucially, potentially lower prices for accommodation and even some tours. The peak season crush, December, March, and July, August, can drive prices up and availability down. Traveling just outside these windows can offer a more relaxed experience and a healthier budget. Do your research on regional weather patterns, as Vietnam is a long country with diverse climates. Let's talk connectivity. Roaming charges from your home provider can be absolutely brutal. The solution? A local SIM card. Upon arrival at the airport or in any major town, you can pick up a tourist SIM from providers like Viatel, Vinaphone, or Mobiphone for a ridiculously small amount of money. We're talking a few dollars for a decent chunk of data that will last you for weeks. This means you can use maps, grab, translation apps, and stay connected without fearing a bill that looks like a phone number when you get home. It's a no-brainer. Pack light. Seriously, this isn't just about saving your back, it's about saving money. And that, my friends, is the deep dive, the lowdown, the hopefully persuasive argument for why Vietnam isn't just good country for budget travel, it's arguably the best. We're talking about a place where your senses are constantly engaged, your palate is perpetually delighted, and your spirit is lifted by the sheer beauty and resilience of it all. And the best part? You can experience this incredible tapestry of stunning sights, truly unforgettable food, and a culture that's both ancient and dynamic, all for a fraction of what you'd spend almost anywhere else. It's not just travel, it's an investment in memories that won't bankrupt you. This country has a way of getting under your skin in the best possible way. It challenges you, it charms you, it feeds you,